Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to prepare this boat for a steam run. And the first thing we have to do is we have to prepare it with oil. So what we do is on the engine, this is called the lubricator. And we want to take the lubricator and we want to put steam oil in it. Very slowly, we put the oil in until it reaches the top tube. And then you have to wait until it settles into the lubricator, which takes a few seconds.
Okay, dude. Yep.
Now when that is finished, you take the lubricator and the nut you screw down hand tight only. Okay, now this is to lubricate the bearings. It's another oil which is supplied with a steam engine. And what I do is oil, there's two holes.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Okay, now you want to oil the bearings, which is this hole up here. And I like to re-oil all the joints, the bearing journals. You don't always have to for each run, but I would do it in the initial run. And if you run the motor again or 2 or 3 times a day, you don't have to do that. And that's the oiling. All right, before we run it, we want to make sure the valve, which is on the steam boiler, is closed. Make sure the valve on this is closed when you connect it. I'm going to connect the rod. Now this is the supply line for the propane butane to the burner. After the boiler is filled, I only like to fill it up no more than 3/4, because if you do more than that, you get what they call hydrolock. Even less than 3/4 is more beneficial. When that's finished, you close it off finger tight. You put this adapter on. Okay, like so. Now we're ready to fire it up. Now what we want to do, before we fire it up, we want to what they call range check it. In other words, we're going to take the transmitter receiver, and we're going to walk so far down the beach here to make sure the rudder and the throttle is working properly. And the procedure here is, first of all, you want to turn on the power for the transmitter first, in always this sequence, and then in the receiver. And I just want to try it here. Okay, now I'm going to walk down here about 50 or 60 feet. Now we're going to fire up the boiler and wait a few minutes till we get steam. I like to make sure the dial moves at least 10 to 15 psi before you turn this on to avoid what they call hydrolock. You want to start the boiler from the chimney, not at the bottom. Now it's on. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
Yeah.
Now, a little trick I learned is I try to preheat the water before I come to the lake. That you don't use as much propane, butane, and you fire it up a little earlier.
This particular model boat is a Borkum. It's a Crick kit made from Germany. The engine is a Puffin, a Stuart Puffin live steam engine. See the steam exhausting from the port? That's pretty cool.
little early to make sure.
Wave.
Okay, we want to shut down. What we want to do is turn off the receiver first. Just push it. That's it. All right, then the electronics is off. All right, now, if you want to run again, you got to do exactly what I said in the first time. Or, if you're going to take it home, just make sure everything's off and it's cool. It's very hot, so you don't want to touch it until it cools down, which is going to take you 10 or 15 months, maybe more. Then you want to clean up the little mess that it makes. I mean, you take this off at home if you want, or you can take it off now. I'll take it off now because the bottle is almost empty. And this is not hot. Okay, that's off. And then what you have to do is you either drain the boiler with a syringe or a bulb, which I have in here, I'll show you. And you suck it out until the boiler is empty. You'll know that by the sight gauge, but even when the sight gauge is all the way down, does not mean the boiler is empty. There's still some water at the bottom of the boiler. I would estimate 2 or 3 ounces. But you can't do it now, it's hot, and you'll burn your fingers. So be patient, let it cool off. So when you go back to use it again, you need more fuel. You need to re-oil it again. Turn your receiver, your transmitter on, and you're ready to go again. The engine will probably last you forever, for a lifetime, if you take care of it.